Hello, and welcome to the second installment of Let's Love. For this episode, I will refer to myself as Excalibur. Why, I will show you in a moment. This game is called Warframe, a game that is currently in closed beta. Everything that I'm showing you is subject to change, for better or for worse. Hopefully for better. Most of this game is pretty much complete, but, just kinking out bugs, changing UI, all that good stuff, adding new features. So this is pretty much what the world map is. Well, solar system map, actually. You can access pretty much their entire solar system, except for the moons and the sun. Yes, you can even access Pluto. Yes, I consider Pluto as a planet. I don't care what the science committee says. Anyway, this wonderful gentleman right here is us. We are going to be playing as this wonderful gentleman. So, what is Warframe exactly? Warframe is a third-person shooter with heavy emphasis on co-op, because frankly, if you go solo like I have been doing, you'll fail consistently unless you are very careful. And quite frankly, I'm not very careful. I like to go in and be reckless. But at times I can be careful. So let's see, let's take a look at the arsenal. This is why I'm referring to myself as Excalibur, because this is the name of our Warframe. So let's see, I can't refill my revives. This is something that I want them to work out, where we could just purchase individual revives instead of having to just refill the whole lot of it. I just personally think that it would be better. We can actually customize our colors. I would actually love to customize the color. Except we can't use black. Insufficient platinum credits to purchase color extension. I'm not sure. Hold on. Okay, so we can only pick from one of these as our primary. So we'll just go ahead and stay with the default. Secondary. All this. So it looks like how's our secondary black though? Tint color. It's more of a gray hue, really. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and stick with this color scheme. It's pretty decent. Oh, but I do want to change the energy look. Yes, the energy look will actually change. I can't turn it around, but we'll change what the little auras will be, actually. And change it to red because I like red. So that's not red. That's still really not the red I was looking for, but it'll have to work. So this is our inventory. I did not actually want to go into this screen yet, but whatever. So let's see. Yeah, this is our inventory. We have various amounts of mods and components. What are these components for? Specifically these. These are for use in the foundry. What the foundry is, I will show you in a moment. So we could change what our warframes are here if we had an extra one. Excalibur, perfect balance of mobility and offense. Excalibur is the ideal warframe for new players, and boy, they are right about that. Our Lado is the first pistol. Mark I Bratton is our first rifle, and the Sky is our first longsword. So let's see. Let's go ahead and go back. We could choose from various different weapons here, directly from here. You will notice that this, and this do not have price tags. Why don't they have price tags? I'm going to click on the Gorgon, for example, and try to click buy. I need to be level 2 to use it, but I'm only level 1. You will start at level 0, and it's talking about this level, not your Warframe level. So I need to be Silver Initiate in order to purchase the Gorgon, which is, quite frankly, better than the Mark I Bratton in every respect. It really is. It's better than it in almost everything, really. But I need to be level 2 to actually use it. Pistols, same idea. And the swords, exactly the same idea. I was saving up for the dual scanner, but, and this is a big but, now we're going to visit the foundry. as soon as I click back, because, yeah, there's not really exit buttons. Foundry. I'm currently building this ceramic longsword. I'm not sure how good it is, but it takes quite a bit of time to actually build it. It has a base time of 12 hours to build, so yeah, this will take 12 hours to finish building. You see the time remaining here, or if you want to finish it immediately, you have to spend platinum. Where is your platinum located? Right here. Yeah, the only way to get platinum is to pay money. So 20 platinum, that's about 75 platinum is $5. So 20 platinum, yeah, it's about $2, maybe $1.50. So yeah, you would have to spend $1.50 just to finish it immediately. But they do start you off with 50 platinum, so not that bad. So let's see, we can go directly to Mercury, but I wonder why the text is so odd. It's like bloated. I think I have to mess around with settings again. No, everything's still the way I left it. Alright, whatever. So let's see, we're gonna go into the online mode. Why are we going into the online mode? There's a specific reason. With solo, I actually tried to record this earlier, and in solo I just kept on dying. And I was just not able to go anywhere with the game. Actually, let's just go back into the arsenal for a moment, and I'm going to show you the upgrade system. This is the upgrade system. It's very Dead Space, Dead Space, that's the game I was thinking of. It's very Dead Space-like, where you have to advance a sort of tree or go into different branches. If you happen to find this, you get more options. And if you do happen to find it, then you could get a new skill, the Radial Javelin, which is pretty much a new weapon, and another /dash boost, and yeah, some super jump power-ups, bot slots, power max, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, even though I didn't make any changes, I will still apply. So it's pretty much for every single weapon you do. If you go into a weapon, click this wrench, you're in the upgrade screen. You can literally upgrade your Warframe, which is just your playstyle actually. The Warframe you pick will pick what playstyle you are. So you can pretty much change your Warframe at any time, but new Warframes will cost you platinum. There's no way around it. And by the way, this is locked until you reach level 2. Just saying. Just saying. Alright. This is the market. It's your typical marketplace. You could scan for equipment. This is the equipment. Affinity booster. Which... Town mastery of weapons and gear. And progress towards item affinity level ups is doubled. So this pretty much increases your weapon and Warframe XP. And there's the color picker extension, which you have to pay $5 for. I don't know why you would want to, but it's okay. That's fine. And if you want to get more platinum, you just click this. It'll open up a web page, and you could spend your, well, hard-earned money on that. So what are your credits used for? Well, you could use them to buy guns, and I used to have like 20,000 credits. What happened to 15,000 of them? Making this. So I hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it. No, I don't want to log out. I want to click back. It really I always kind of wish that they just put a red X, like an X button here instead, but I guess I'll just get used to it. So let's see. Yeah, all the text looks really bloated for some reason. Saturn is the only one that looks normal. And now this text box is normal, but everything else seems bloated. I think that's another bug. So we're going to go ahead and do Terminus. There's 3 squads in there, or 3 people. I'm not sure what that actually is. Oh yeah, by the way, if you scroll over it, it will show you the founder. Yes, it will show you the screen name of a founder that paid $250 for a founder's pass. Yeah, there are different founders packages. If you want to get to the closed beta instantly, then you just pay for... then you just pay a minimum of $20 and you'll get instant closed beta access. Or if not, then you could just hope that you get a beta key. Let's see what's over here. Now, this is how the gunplay works. Well, it's typical third-person shooter gunplay, but boom! That's always enjoyable. I really prefer the swordplay. Yes, the swordplay is highly enjoyable. Yes, you can go guns if you want to. The guns will do the job just right, if you really want to. Oh, I got an Ember mod. I'm assuming that the Ember is a certain weapon. It's either that or it's a Warframe. Quite frankly, I'm going to assume that's a Warframe. So these people are probably new people. They're probably new guys. I'm probably wrong. I can't actually see their levels. Let's see. So, oh, we're already at the end of the mission. Oh boy. I didn't expect to join in this late. That's kind of bad. Okay. Where is everyone? Alright, let's just stay here. This is pretty much the end of the mission. I didn't expect to get this late into the match. So yeah, Warframe is a co-op third-person shooter with very fine gunplay, as you can see. Gunplay works well. And satisfying swordplay. Mission complete. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do another one because I did not expect that whatsoever. Now then, mission complete. M Prime. So there's my vote. Let's see here. Yeah, but disconnecting from this game session. Yeah, that'll happen a lot. Let's go ahead and try to hop back into another terminus, and hopefully it won't start us that late. Alright, so let's see, what else about this game? Well, I can really only tell you more about the game as soon as I get into a pretty decent match pretty early on. Looks like two people are loading, or it's just me. Can't really tell. Oh, I'm immediately getting shot at. That's wonderful. Sackman. Sackman. Alright. So, it looks like we just started the game, which is good. That's actually really good. I actually much prefer just start the game immediately here. Play attacks to criticals. Now, let's see if I could cut you in half. Yes, I can. Always enjoyable. Can you turn the gore off? I don't know. I don't know why you would want to. Like, this is... Come on. If you cut someone down the center... Not down the center. Across his torso, you would expect him to just go in half. Come on. I would not turn the gore off for any reason. But that's just me. I guess some people would want to turn the gore off just in case... Just in kids? I guess that's part of what I wanted to say. Just in case their kids want to play this game and they don't want them to see all the fancy gore going on and stuff like that. Ah, that was fun. I wasn't really very high, but I still managed to do a drop attack. You can't just do that and just constantly stagger them. You can. I'm just going to shoot you in the face because you're getting annoying. While I was looting. While I was looting. Go away. I don't know why it takes so long for my team to catch up. I've literally done most of the killing. There you go. That's what you want to do. He's dead. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this. This is the hacking portion of the game. It's not the best, but it's pretty simple and straightforward. I mean, like, you don't want to do a huge hacking process to deviate from the game. I mean, like, at least you're doing something when you're hacking. It's not like just progress bar. Wait for the progress bar to fill. No, you're actually doing something to hack the actual thing. Is it a very enjoyable hacking? I wouldn't really say so, but heck, at least you're doing something. So let's see. Shooting! Very good. Very, very good. Although, not much recoil, but I'm pretty sure it's just because of this gun I'm using. It's a starter gun. Doesn't do much damage, so there's that. Guessing experience is shared because I somehow got credits. I didn't even pick up anything, so I'm guessing all experience is shared. Yeah. I would normally get 55 from killing him, but I got 55 even though he killed him. Not sure if I got the kill or he got the kill. Yeah, that's another thing. But it's a minor gripe. Now let's see. Apart from the swordplay and the gunplay, the online play is actually pretty good. If you could get a couple of friends here and just start up a game and start playing this, you'll have a really good time. A really, really good time. Hold on. I need to do this. Boosh! Triple kill. That's probably one of the most enjoyable sections. Just using your sword dash. And I can't climb up there for whatever reason. Boosh! Host migration, join new session. Ah, god damn it. It's one of those. Ah, I hate when that happens. That's actually the first time that's happened to me. But oh well, what can you do? Alright, let's just go ahead and do a solo one. Mercury. So let's see if we can actually play this and not fail. Shut up, man. I'm playing solo. Why am I losing connection to? Or is the beta over, actually? No, it's not. Yeah, that's a pretty bad bug. Yeah, I don't need it to interrupt me while I'm trying to load a solo game. Saying that the host is disconnected, even though I'm the host. Oh boy. Yeah, there are a bunch of problems. But it's a beta, what can you expect? There's quite a bit I could give leeway of because it's a beta. He's dead. And we just got detected. So there is a sort of stealth element at the very beginning of the session. If you were very careful and very sneaky and probably playing as the Ash Warmoth, then you could probably play through the entire session just by sneaking around. Now, I'm not saying that you should be doing that. I mean, like, Warframe is a shoot 'em up. It's a shooting game. You would rather be shooting everything in sight. Or in my case, slicing everything in sight. And I'm going to die right now. Because that's normally what happens when I play this game solo. Okay. Let's hope that I manage to restore my shields. It's probably not going to happen because they are not letting me. Well, my shields are actually all the way up. But I have not found any health pickups. And since I don't have any revives, as soon as I get downed, I'm dead, and a mission is failed. So let's see, there are actually a bunch of different mission types. And with the missions themselves, you're not playing a specific map for a specific mission. For missions, you play on different maps. So basically, if you play one specific mission, you're not going to get the same map. You'll be playing different maps, and quite personally, I actually like it that way. Keeps you on your toes. Of course, I've probably played this map a bunch of times, but at least they're putting in a bit of variety in the missions, which I appreciate. It's very fun. Now, what else about this game? I would actually compare this game to, in terms of sword and gunplay, I would have to compare it to Devil May Cry. I'm sorry for those that say you can't compare it to Devil May Cry because it's a completely different game and it's a completely different genre, and I would say that you're right. I would say that you're absolutely right, and there's actually no reason for me to compare it to Devil May Cry, but I feel like I have to because, one, Devil May Cry has swords, this has swords, Devil May Cry has gunplay, this has gunplay. Which game has the more satisfying gunplay? This, more obviously, because it's a third-person shooter. So obviously this has the more satisfying gunplay. Now, for swordplay, obviously Devil May Cry would be the winner, because that's pretty much what it is. It's a spectacle fighter. You're juggling people in midair, doing fancy combos. But this also has satisfying swordplay, and it's alright. So why am I comparing it to Devil May Cry in this sense? What Devil May Cry doesn't have, that this game does have, is satisfying gunplay. The guns are pretty much practically useless in Devil May Cry, yet they gave you them. Now, what were the guns you actually used for? You don't use them to kill demons. No. You use the swords for that. What you actually use the swords for is to keep your combos in check. You use the guns to keep your combo flowing and to make sure that it stays stylish. That is basically what the entire gunplay is all about in Devil May Cry. With this, your guns will do the job of killing things quite nicely. And your sword, which quite frankly isn't as great as Devil May Cry's swordplay. I just died. I actually don't know. How did I die? Did he throw a grenade at me or something? It was an explosion like a grenade. Alright. You've pretty much seen a lot of gameplay. Mission failed. I know this. You don't need to tell me twice. Actually, you do, because it makes me feel bad. Okay, so we got 8,000 credits now. Alright, moving along. Now, with Devil May Cry, the swordplay is extremely satisfying, and that's pretty much the premises of it. With this, the swordplay is also very satisfying. Why? Because with this game, the swordplay, it's not as stylish as Devil May Cry, but it does the same effect. It makes you feel like a badass. Much like Devil May Cry did. When you were swinging your sword around in Devil May Cry doing all those stylish moves, you felt like a total badass. In this game, it's pretty much the same way. When you cut through people in half or just dash through them, killing multiples of them in just one swoop, that also makes you feel like a total badass. I feel like a badass every single time I do it. So, in a way, I have to compare it to Devil May Cry just because of that. Now, here's another thing. This is a pretty big one. Now, most of you are probably going to be like, oh my god, he's going to do another comparison of two completely different games that have nothing to do with each other. And you would actually be right. In this case, it's going to be Mass Effect. Why Mass Effect of all things? Well, Mass Effect 3 to be specific. Now, if I recall correctly, Mass Effect 3 also had its own little melee system where you would do either quick successful melee moves or one heavy hitting melee move. It's the exact same thing with this one. Mass Effect RPG elements. This yeah, I'm guessing it does have RPG elements in its own right. Mass Effect, third-person shooting with satisfying gunplay. This, third-person shooting with satisfying gunplay. Mass Effect has a cover system, this does not, and actually I kind of prefer that it doesn't have a cover system because, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could get where I'm going at with this. Now, Mass Effect co-op, this co-op. Mass Effect's co-op not as great as this one's though. Now, let's see here, I'm pretty sure I could sell something from here because I could actually use extra money. Let's see. Heavy charge speed, reload speed. That's, yeah, it's for a specific Warframe. I don't need it necessarily. So I have 9,000 credits. Alright. So now, something else. With Mass Effect 3, the melee system was not very satisfying. Sure, it looked cool, but it was just, I just felt like it was just there for the hell of it. That's what I felt like, that it was just there for the sake of it being there. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to put in a melee system of your own, then make it a satisfying melee system, not just a melee system where you can either do quick hits in quick successions or a heavy hitting move and show various things. This thing is basically the same concept, except it executes it right. Why do I say it executes it right? There are various reasons why I say it executes it right. With this one, it feels satisfying because one, you're pretty much cutting people in half, as you would expect to. In Mass Effect 3, you're not cutting people in half, you're not blowing them up. Now, that sounds a lot like some war or gore junkie or something like that, I don't know. Anyway, point being is that Mass Effect 3 melee system is not great. It just feels like it was just put in there for the sake of being in there. With this one, it felt like that it's a part of the experience. If you want to, you could really just go in and just kill everyone with the sword if you really wanted to. And even though it doesn't have the story of Mass Effect 3, and to be honest, Mass Effect 3's story wasn't all that great, but it's still good, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the story of Mass Effect 3. I'm probably going to get a bunch of flack for it just by saying that. But anyway, this game, I really like it. There is a bunch of problems with it, but this still is in closed beta. A lot of this stuff will be ironed out. For example, one of the problems, I'm going to go into a game just so I could show you. Let's go into Terminus. Now, one of the problems, it's actually a user interface problem that I've had. Yes, skip cinematic. Yes, skip cinematic. Alright.
Disabling the reactor core on this ship will cripple its operating capacity. Find it and take it out.
Alright, so
You're still in the clear. No detection from ship's sensors.
alright, so basically how the upgrading works, how the leveling up works. The more you use a weapon, the more it's upgraded. One thing I notice here is that I don't see a separate experience bar, per se. I guess I have to call it experience bar because that's what it is, an XP bar. I don't see a separate XP bar for your sword. It's just non-existent. Now, some might say that, oh, it's right there, it's right underneath Excalibur 7. No, that is actually your Warframe XP bar. That upgrades your Warframe, not your sword. Now, I would actually like to see, if they plan to add the XP bar at a later point in time, I would say just add on the opposite side of where the weapon is. Now, where is the XP bar actually? Now, like I said, people would say, oh, it's right under Excalibur 7. Why would you say right under Excalibur 7? It's that white line. You see that white line right under Excalibur 7 up there at the top right corner? That is your XP bar. Now, what about the XP bar I have a gripe with? Now, look down at MK1 Bratton's. You see that white line? That's also your XP bar. Where's the end of it? I don't see the end of the XP bar. How do I know how close I am to leveling up? Well, I can actually kind of see the little bulge, but you shouldn't have to look that. But I'm looking pretty close at the monitor just so I can see it. You shouldn't have to put your face like 6 inches to the screen just to be able to see how close you are to leveling up a certain piece of equipment. It's the same thing with the Excalibur XP bar. It will actually go behind the Warframe icon, and you pretty much won't be able to see it until it goes past it. It's the same principle with MK1 Bratton's, and just to show you that it was the XP bar, I just switched my pistol, the Lato 2. That white line, yeah, that's the XP bar. That is indeed the XP bar. It's right, not behind the MK1 Bratton's XP, like this. Now, the pistol is quite powerful. Now, you saw a blink? You didn't see a blink, right? If you didn't, rewind and watch it again. You will see it blink. Or, just watch this, and you'll see both the white lines blink. That signifies you earning XP. And you getting closer to being able to level up. Now, I'm going to do this, because it's still highly enjoyable. Don't shove me. I said don't shove me. I'm going to die right now, again. Right now, I'm not caring at the moment. There we go. I'm pretty sure there's some still behind me. Ah, money. So let's see. Yeah, the XP bar. I'm not sure why the XP bar is flashing when I kill someone using the sword. But that's just something completely different. But it does signify you gain XP for that piece of equipment. Now, for another thing about the user interface, I feel like the green sprint bar and the blue energy bar could be bigger or be placed somewhere else so you could actually have an idea of what these things actually were. For example, I had no idea what the green bar was until I started sprinting. So I'm like, okay, it's just a sprint meter. Then I started slashing, just like this. And, you know, it's seamlessly infinite. And then I tried holding E multiple times. And, you know, it's still seamlessly infinite. But then I tried sprinting, and I pretty much just stopped. Now, what that means... Now, as soon as I looked up, as soon as I started slashing, it also takes up that green bar. So, it's not a sprint bar, it's a stamina bar. Now, there could have been a way easier way to signify that's a stamina bar. I don't know. You could make the bar bigger just so you could actually see the bar. And, I don't know, put some icon next to it that signifies that it's a stamina bar. I don't know. Lungs right next to it. If you put lungs right next to it, I'm pretty sure people could easily signify that it's a stamina bar of some sort. And the blue energy bar, all I could see is the blue bar and a number next to it. Now, when you use skills, it uses energy. To be specific, it uses 25 points of energy. So, instead of saying 100 points of energy, you could just say 1 out of 4 uses. That, I feel, would be much easier. I literally do feel like it would be much easier that way. Since each skill takes up 25, I'm pretty sure each skill takes up 25. Now let's see, let's compare. This uses 25. This uses 50 actually. So never mind. Don't use that system, just keep the energy bar like that. Don't listen to me, game developers. I'm just being a derp. Now, I'm going to kill most of these. Or try to, anyway. I'm going to shoot you in the face. Before you shoot me in the face, then I miserably die. Oh, there's a health pickup over there. I want it. Oh, that's not a health pickup. That's someone's dead body. Now, here's another thing that I personally feel like it has to do with my rotten luck. But health pickups. You seem to get them a lot during the very beginning of the mission when you don't need them. But at the later stages of the mission, when you do need them, they never spawn. They never come out of the lockers. Now, it might just be my rotten luck. So, I'm just going to assume that it's my rotten luck. Because, seriously, my luck is pretty bad. So now, here's another beta thing. With the beta thing, you pretty much just saw that lobby thing. So, there's nothing much to say about that. Let's see, what else? What else? I think that's pretty much it that I've covered. Swordplay is satisfying. The shooting is pretty good. I thought I was going to blow myself up and take some people with me, but that was pretty anticlimactic. Alright. I feel I've shown you enough of the game as is. So, that's Warframe closed beta for you. Remember, like I said, all this is subject to change. Not the core gameplay, but features, other stuff like that. And news and alerts are actually nothing. And with this thing, okay, I think I have to cover this thing a little bit. I feel like you could at least, I think you could at least show a way you can actually earn this XP besides completing missions. Because really, it's not really a good way to show this. I mean, yeah, my completion rate is absolutely terrible. Top players. This guy, wow. Delico, 157,000 kills. Wow. Okay. My ranking. I'm way, way down. I'm still using my old screen name for this. Because why not? I'm way down there. Wow. I've only killed 600 things? Wow. I'm way down. Alright. So let's see. I don't think I've actually shown you the contacts, but what about the contacts is there really to show? It's your friends list, basically, and your chat. Options. You know, I actually want to see the options again. So let's see. Region, tutorials, UPnP. That's just for gameplay. Display. You have a couple different options here. Anti-aliasing. You don't have a specific... Here's what I don't like. I'm going to say this right now because I just noticed this. Anti-aliasing, I can't set the specific value of it. Why? I can't have it at 2 times or 16 times or 8 times. Why is that? Okay, alright. Now, high diag range, local reflections, DOF, bloom, color correction, character shadows, and apex. Apex, I think it's fairly new. I might be wrong. I'm not entirely up to date with this whole effect scene. But let's take a look at the controls. Customize key bindings. All your bindable keys. Toggle crouch now bound. Melee switch weapon. Ion pop up. I have no idea what the ion pop up actually does. Next power, previous power. You select the power. So if you don't want to use the number keys, then you can do that. Place marker, which is your waypoint, reverse camera. And I believe reverse camera is just to like switch which shoulder the camera is on. Pretty sure it's like that. Alright, let's see here. Sound, you know, typical stuff. I don't know why the gameplay tab doesn't have its own icon. I don't really know. But oh well. So yeah. That has been Warframe for you. Now, I have been Excalibur, And I will see you all in the next installment of Let's Hate, Let's Love, or Let's Question. Goodbye, and have a nice day.